All right. So I'm gonna try not to take up most of y'all time with this video. So I will be going I'll be going over VR missions. Then I'll go over what jutsu and DLC to use. Like if y'all looking forward to get the DLC, and then I will let y'all know how to play each class for each bit, like each of the four battles. Then I'll break down on what jutsu you can use on those battles. Now, this is very self-explanatory. The only real mission that you really got to learn from to actually know what you're doing is the Run Choji Express. If you are learning the game, there are multiple things that you can do. You can do the VR missions to learn the movement because, yes, they will spam the ultimates, they will spam jutsu. Learning how to dodge will be beneficial because in this game, and do not get me wrong, ninjas will jump you. A whole ninja team will not hesitate to throw kunai at you. So the VR missions is very useful. And before y'all say it, yes, you're able to do the VR missions solo, and it's actually easier to do them solo. If y'all do need help, however, with the VR missions, feel free to ask. If y'all have any more questions in this video that I do not cover, be sure to comment down below. I will make the same comment at the end of the video, just to remind y'all. But let's get into the ninjutsu library. Now, as a new player, the first thing that I want to let y'all know is don't try to unlock characters at random. First, play through the VR missions and see which class you have a feel for the most. For attack, you gotta be on the front lines. You gotta be constantly attacking. Defense, you have to know how to protect your team. For range, you have to know both long and close range play styles in order to fully utilize your builds. In heal, and I'm only going to say this once, there are 4 to 5 different types of heal playstyles, ranging from full heal to support heal to combat heal to no heal. I'll get into that when I start talking about the classes, though. But if you ask me, and yes, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. The main DLC for y'all to get, if y'all don't want to spend too much money, but still get good enough DLC to hold your own. The first one will be the latest one, Hidan. Kid Sasuke, Kid Naruto, Shisui, Kawaki, Kid Gaara, Karma Progression Boruto, Minato Reanimation, Ishiki Otsutsuki, Baryon Mode Naruto, Tamari, Kawaki Base, Final Battle or Last Battle Sasuke, Itachi Reanimation, Boruto Uzumaki Karma Seal, Last Battle Naruto, Shisui, Neji, Kakashi, Might Guy, Haku, Onoki, Boruto Sasuke, Killer Bee, Boruto Naruto, which I'm not sure I'm not saying adult Sasuke, adult Naruto, Minato, Obito, Madara, Jiraiya, and Tsunade. Now, out of all those characters I just listed, just pick. Don't don't waste your money immediately, but get a feel for which class you want to play and then get those jutsu from the masters actually, like after learning more about that class. Now, let's get into the end, and I will explain in by class how to actually play certain classes. Now, for the attack class, you have to be on the front lines at all times. You have to be fighting. You have to be moving. You have to learn how to dodge. Like, your movement needs to be on point because there are a lot of things in this game that will tilt you to the point in which you will close app. And yes, I have seen multiple new players get mad because they got because they went 0-6, only death on my team, and then immediately closed app. So, first thing I'm going to talk about, and this goes with any of the classes, please pay attention to the stats on your weapon. Whether you're a new player or you're a tier 3 player looking to gain some extra guidance, every single weapon in this game, even if they're just reskins, they have 4 different stats: attack power, range, speed, and hit rate. And that goes for all the classes. Every weapon has different stats. So, as you can see on the bottom, most of the attack weapons have 4 to 5 attack power, weak range, but high speed. Their hit rate is going to be high as well, ranging from 4 to 5, but their range is not decent. In the right hands, a range type can outclass an attack type. But you need to be careful, because some people will think, "Oh, I have a higher range than this person. I looked at the weapons. How is he still?" It's because he has greater speed. In my opinion, speed will be one of the most useful things in this game. We'll go over how to buff the attack weapon. Well, not the attack weapon. Well, yeah, the attack weapon, but we'll go over how to buff all the weapon speed after I get done with the classes. Now, I'm gonna just go over a brief jutsu that you can use for each of the 4 main battles, not counting barrier battle, because no one really likes barrier battle. I'm talking about survival exercise, which, in my opinion, you can really use anything. So, for the attack class, let's start with flag battle, since I'm on my flag battle preset. The main jutsu that you can use for flag battle will be teleportation, lightning blade, Sharingan. You can get both lightning blade and Sharingan from the base game Kakashi. Like once you finish learning from them. Almighty push and universal pull. You can get these 2 from pain after learning from them. Banishing Rasengan, which is from Boruto. Flying Raijin from Minato. Yes, he is a DLC. Kurama Twin Impact from the adult Naruto. Good for breaking super armor. Shisui Shuriken, otherwise known as Oboro Gororama. You can use this. It gives you movement speed, and movement speed is vital in flag battle because once you pick up that flag, you will get hit with the movement speed debuff. Attack types. You may also use Strange Taste, but be warned, do not use this in the wrong way. For if you do use it the wrong way, you will not gain full usage out of it. Now, let me give you a quick explanation. Now, when Kawaki first came out, the first thing I seen everybody doing was Imperial Wrath, into Smoke Bomb, into Karma Lipton Strange Taste. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're actually supposed to predict when your opponent is going to cast the jutsu. And if you are paying close enough attention, most of the time you'll see them cast the hand signs. If you're good, like if you're far enough distance away, wait for them to cast it and then absorb it. It will boost your own ninjutsu damage. It will restore your ninjutsu if you already used it, as well as increasing your secret technique gauge. As you can see, the whole description is written on the side of the jutsu. And one thing that I've noticed with new players is they don't read the side of the ninjutsu, so they do not know how the jutsu actually functions. Besides that, there isn't really much other jutsu from the actual DLC you can get good for flag battle. You could get host transformation 2 tails. Now this one, they did mess up on the description, because once you use it, you do gain a movement speed buff. So it's also good to pay attention to how a jutsu will react to certain clothing, outfit, and stats. You can use any sub for flag battle, and with any battle, you can use any sub. The ultimates I would recommend you run will either be Kodo Amatsukami, Burying Mode, Karma Progression, Nine Tails Rhymet, Lightning Style Chakra Mode. This does not boost your speed though, so with caution. And there are a lot of things in this game that can break super armor. You could also use Flying Raijin Super Circle Dance House Stage 3. I understand you probably want like a different ultimate to get to get like the full uses out of it, but you can still use this one because it gives you iframes and it goes a far distance as long as you're aiming it in the right way. So let's say you grab the enemy flag, use teleportation, make sure that you're nowhere near them, and then you launch the ultimate. As long as they don't lock on them, that's free distance right there. Last one you can use is Korama Link mode. Now, Korama Link mode, really good. Not only does it boost all your abilities, it will also give your teammates a ninjutsu cooldown reduction, which will be good for your healer, which will be good for your defense, which will be good for your range type allies. Because the moment you use it, they get all their jutsu back, and it goes, and they can get it back even faster as long as you don't spam it. Do not spam this move the moment you use it. Try to use this move as much as you can. The power is decent, it is great. It doesn't have that long of a duration, but when you use it, you go back to full health. A second input will initiate the False Fox Blast. For range types, depending on how you play, you might be able to capture the flag. I already went over on what jutsu you can or cannot use. Again, new players will not have the way to seal, so my advice for y'all will either be to use the Senbone, Paralysis Seal, Demon Wind Shuriken, or Seal Tag. Seal Tag lowers their action speed, their healing power, and it's a hard knockdown that they cannot sub. This used to only be on heal class, but they made it so that range class can use it as well. Demon Wind Shuriken, hard knockdown, Paralysis Seal. If you're playing with Paralysis Seal, be sure to stay by your flag. The whole point of the Paralysis Seal is to put tags on your flag to stun anybody that gets close to them. After that, you can immediately follow up. For the jutsu, I would recommend, if you are protecting the flag, go with Kamui Lightning Blade and Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Mainly because Phoenix Flower disables their substitutions and gives them that hard knockdown. And Kamui Lightning Blade, I already know a lot of people, a lot of new players will not have Cool and Breeze. So here's a little tip: sweaty, high level 4 stacks will be running Kamui on their range, Kamui Climax on their defense, Sunlit Medicine on their defense, and Sunlit Medicine on their attackers. The sweatiest loadout you will run into as a new player when going against a 4-stack on Flag Battle will be attack with teleportation, almighty push, Sunlit Medicine. And Sunlit Medicine nullifies attacks for a brief amount of time, and you can't hit them unless you pull them out of it. So Kamui Lightning Blade is a must because it can actually pierce Sunlit Medicine. Now, if you are going for the flag, what you can do is use Kamui Bond and Chikishoto, or you can even switch out Chikishoto for hiding an Ash. It's a build I used to run back a couple years ago when, I was a bit more serious about winning. Besides that, Flashlight is also good for protecting. Full Moon is not something you'll want to use. Again, you can use any sub, but for the ultimate, I would recommend you take either Totsuka Blade or Shikikami's Dance Storm. If you're not the flag runner, take this. It will make it so that your whole enemy team gets slowed down and can't use ninjutsu or ultimates. Tandem Paper Bomb, also really good for protecting your own flag or getting the flag off. Takemizuchi no Kami, really, really useful. The same thing said about this ultimate is the same thing I'm going to say about the Minato ultimate. As long as you're not hitting nobody with it and you activate it, it will take you a decent distance in super armor. Sea Dragon and Steam Imp. I would say use Sea Dragon a bit better because it will stun the opponents. Even if they sub out of it, they'll still fall back in and get hit. Just be careful that you are not using the same ultimate as your team at the same time with this ultimate, because the amount of frames it takes up can actually freeze your game quite a bit. Now, if you're the flag runner, you need to use Karma Awakening mainly for the teleportation. And I'm gonna say that is because if you manage to get their flag and activate Karma Awakening, you'll get you'll get the attack speed boost, you'll get the movement speed boost. But if an enemy is on your flag, all you gotta do is get within lock-on distance, pop that second activation, take out the enemy, and then land on your flag. Simple. Now, defense and healers. Y'all will have the most hard time because as a defense, you have to choose. Are you going to protect your flag or are you going to go get the enemy flag? And in my opinion, y'all need to protect y'all flag. Healers and defense types should be the only ones staying back by the flag. The jutsu as a defense type that you can use to protect your flag is Sand Shield. You can use Mud Wall. You can use Rotation. Take note, you have to use Rotation as they're coming into charge you so that you can disable their jutsu. Domed Wall, Particle Expansion Jutsu. As a new player, these are all useful. Now, if you're the type of defense who is free to play and is trying to get the enemy flag, I would recommend you use Spiked Human Boulder and Subterranean Jutsu. So that way you don't get that movement speed restriction that the flag gives you. You'll just be able to get in and out as needed. Now, if you are willing to actually spend some money on the game to get yourself some wins or have better jutsu in your arsenal for Flag Battle, Needle Jizo, Earth Dragon Bullet, Uchiha Flame Formation, Kamui, Boruto Stream, as well as Thunderclap Arrow, and Susanoo Armor are very vital ones that you can use. Everything else on here you can use, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, you can use Genjutsu Sharingan, but if your whole team's not around you, you're not trying to save somebody, then that's just a waste of a slot. Now, healers. Your main reason for playing a healer is to make sure that is make sure that your team stays alive. And even though it pains me to say this, as a healer, I don't like Ino Hill. But on Flag Battle, Ino Hill is very acceptable. Me, the last time I used Ino Hill was almost 3 years ago. Like, I will make some builds in future videos that will explain how to properly use certain jutsu, but for the time being, for Flag Battle, the main thing that you'll want to use is the Summoning Slug, along with Palm Sage for protecting. If need be, use Shadow Possession Jutsu. If you're using the slug, please use Shadow Possession Jutsu. It is good, it is a good starter jutsu for healers to use on Flag Battle and on Base Battle, because your opponent needs to stand still on the flag in order to actually capture the flag. So as long as they don't have Kamui, as long as they don't have Moonlit Medicine, you will be able to hit them. Oh, who am I kidding? If you're good enough to actually aim your shot without the lock-on feature, you can actually land a Shadow Possession on someone who has Moonlit Medicine or Cheek Shoto. Once again, pay attention to the description. This jutsu will lower their movement speed, take away their ninjutsu and their substitution. Ooh. But those will be the main things that you'll want to use. It pains me to say, but you can also use Crimson Drizzle and Chakra Scalpel to make sure that they can't get away. Heaven for the Pain is also very useful for hill types on Flag Battle if you're defending the flag, that is. Because again, this will boost your defense as well as taking away your enemy's jutsu if you hit them, and it recently got buffed, so it has a greater distance. Now, Water Style Water Pillar Jutsu is another one. If you're new, I would say recommend running it. Yes, there are a lot of things that can break it, but more likely than not, no one's really bringing anything to break Water Pillar, because high level people are so interested in the newer DLC that they tend to forget about the older DLC. If you're going now as a healer, if you're going for the flag, be sure to use Super Light and Border Jutsu. It's very good. It boosts your secret technique gauge of you and your allies as long as you use it close enough to them. And for enemies, if you're still protecting the flag, be sure to use Super Weighted Boulder. Reduce their movement speed as much as you can, long enough for either your attack or your range to come back to your flag station to help you get the flag back. And yes, as an attack or range, if someone has your flag, immediately return. Now, some people might be thinking, "Oh, wait, hold up, but if I don't have a mic, how can I let them know that someone's on the flag?" Simple. Well, actually, there's two simple ways. The first simplest way is if you are playing on PS4 and you don't have a mic, the game has indications in which you can call people back to you or request for aid. I'll show you that when I get into the combo section, when I demonstrate in the survival exercise. But it has that. Second, PlayStation 5 controllers have a built-in microphone in them. If you don't have a mic, but your TV is loud, you can turn the mic off. It's it's just a simple button. But if you need help, just press that button real quick, say, hey, someone's on their flag, need assistance, and then immediately turn back off. Very simple. Now, those are really the only real good ones I can really think of for flag battle, for protecting. For the ultimates, however, now there's a bunch of ultimates that y'all can choose from. If you're protecting the flag, use string light formation, insect jamming. If you want to make sure your team stays alive from a long distance, mytonic regeneration. Or, better yet, you can also use Izanami, which I had equipped it. Izanami is good because it resets everything on your opponent. If you use it and then they pop an ultimate, 10 seconds later, it will reset them and they will be out of their ultimate. It puts them in a loop. You can get up to 2 loops lasting for 20 seconds, and 20 seconds in this game could mean life or death. So just be cautious. Another one is Infinite Tsukuyomi. Infinite Tsukuyomi is a real good one because no matter where on the map they're at, unless they have a cannon way to block it, and when I say cannon, I mean like if it was shown in the show to block Infinite Tsukuyomi, it'll block it in here. Besides that, this is one of the best ultimates to have during flag battle. With that being said, for new players who do run into this, let me give y'all a little brief explanation on what can and can't block it. And, well, sorry, range, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything that can block it. But for healers, if y'all want to block it, Truth Seeking Orb. This is the only thing in the heal arsenal that can block Infinite Tsukuyomi. For defense, y'all have a lot. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Range does have something, but y'all have to waste an ultimate. But defense, y'all have a lot of things that can actually block it. Don't get me wrong. Shisui Susanoo can block it, along with Final Battle Sasuke's Susanoo. Those can block it. Flame Formation can also block it. Now for range, I know I just said that I didn't have one, but I keep forgetting some ultimates can block it. For range, if you are using the Infernal Style Flame Control, that can block Infinite Tsukuyomi. Anything Susanoo related will block it. Heal types, yes, your Totsuka Blade or your Yasaka Beads, Susanoo from the Itachi DLC, yes, it can block it. Only problem is you have to time it. You have to time it just before the light shines to use it because that's a quick animation. For attack, and I'm 100% sure that this is common knowledge, but Karma, Lichpin, Strange Taste can block the ultimates. Yes, just by sticking your hand out, you can block the ultimate. I've done it before, countless number of times. For defense, if you're really into protecting your flag the way in which you want to, I would say run the Boruto Karma, because that one ultimate can literally block everything. It also increases your defense and your attack power, as well as refreshing your jutsu and taking your enemy's jutsu. This can block everything, every ultimate in the game as well, except for Kodo Matsukami, I believe. But, Infinite Tsukuyomi, block. Insect Jamming, block. So, just be a little mindful on that. Now, for flag battle was basically, not flag battle, for defense battle, I keep saying defense battle, for base battle is basically the same thing as flag battle, except you've got to capture multiple bases. The key to flag battle is making sure that you have jutsu to either stall so that they can't get the base, or jutsu to protect the bases in what you already got. Now, I already did go over some of them, like Water Pillar, like Vapor Style, like Tsukuyomi, Truth-Seeking Orbs. Just take note, if you're using a jutsu that does not physically put your feet on the base, you will not be able to take the base. You can still defend the base, you just can't take the base. You can use anything you want to take the base, but I'm about to show y'all real quick what jutsu can break what. One is Karma Strange Taste. No matter what, take this in the base battle. Because more than likely it's going to be a defense type with either the Susanoo from Shisui and Minato's Barrier. You can just absorb that, in all honesty. Like, just absorb it. But besides that, you'll want to bring stuff that can either break super armor. So, bring Octopus Hug, bring Korma Twin Impact, which is also good for breaking Sand Shield and Water Pillar. Rising Twin Impact, break Sand Shield or Water Pillar, Laughing Buddha. Sand Shield, Water Pillar. You can also bring Universal Pull and Almighty Push. It breaks Susanoo, it breaks super armor, as well as breaking any barrier. If a hill type throws up Water Pillar, just Almighty Push them out of it. They'll break it. Same thing with Universal Pull. They throw a Water Pillar, just pull. Very simple. Rasen Shuriken will be a go-to for most because this can break Truth-Seeking Orb, Nido Jizo, and gives them a defense debuff. Well, it breaks Shisui's Susanoo armor too, if I had to make that little comment. Range types. The jutsu that y'all would like to bring for that battle, for base battle, mainly just bring jutsu to trap your enemy. Wind Scythe Jutsu, Kamui Bond to get them out of most stuff, and yes, Kamui Bond can break Nido Jizo. So can Onyx Chidori. Onyx Chidori can also break Truth-Seeking Orb, but mainly bring jutsu to trap enemies like Thousand Needles of Death, tags, or to just slow down. You can bring Great Breach as well. Great Breach also breaks through Water Pillar and Sand Shield. Not to mention Shisui Susanoo. For ultimates, attack, y'all can bring anything. Range types, go with either Kirin, Susanoo Flame Control, Collaboration Ultimate Art, Karma Awakening, Steam Imp, Sea Dragon, or Dual Layer for the ultimate. You can also go Crystal Ice Mirror since it does have one of the fastest charges in the game. Defense, well, everything in the defense arsenal can actually break it. Everything in the defense arsenal can actually break it, such as, well, you can use Sand Shield, you can use Mud Wall, Nido Jizo, Wood Dome, like Nido, I already said Nido Jizo, Earth Dragon Bullet. I don't really see no one using Flame Formation on base battle because it doesn't really do anything. Kamui, Demon Hunter, Body Blow, like, just use jutsu to capture bases the way you want to. As long as you're bringing something to actually counter someone else's. Again, a go-to ult, Earth Pillar Explosion, or Water Prison Rotary Bondage, or even Deep Forest Emergence, or Grand Sand Mausoleum. You can bring Hit and Miss to get them all confused, but I would recommend y'all either use Karma Wishpin Wild or 8 Trigrams 128 Palms. For healer, the main thing y'all really want to do is just, well, you can basically play base battle the same way y'all play flag battle, if that makes sense. Y'all can change up jutsu whenever. Now, let's go into the Ninja Tool shop real quick, because I will also want to go over the clothing effects. Now, every single time you unlock a piece of clothing, it has a little effect on the side. The best effects to use will be First Blood to gain Secret Technique Gauge, If you're an attack type or range type, be sure to use Dodge Determination. You can use Power and Spades. All classes, and I will repeat, all classes can use Master of Medicine. Yes, it boosts health recovery. You can use, if you have boost max health recovery on and your healer heals you, you're gaining more health back from that heal. Lightning Speed is good for attack and defense. Spiteful Spirit, good for range and heal. Just be sure to read through them so that you can get the most usage out of your clothing. Yes, it costs Rio. You'll earn Rio by doing the VR missions and by playing online in quick match, beginner match, and the league. Now, let's head. Almost clicked the wrong thing. Let's head into the Hokage estate real quick, and let me go into. Well, I'm gonna go into a practice survival real quick. So, let me teach y'all a little bit about combos and first hit stuns. First, I'll give y'all a little brief explanation. A first hit stun is a lunge when you charge forward at your opponent to hit them hard and stagger them. Attack, defense, range, and heal can all do this. And depending on the weapon, you can actually get a first hit stun or even do combos. I mean, combos, but you can enhance your movement. There are such things as combo resets, and you're able to actually, you can actually repeat some hits if needed. I'm about to show y'all how. So, first things first, let's head over to, who is that, B? No, that's Choji. Hit you with this first so I can break that, so I don't. Alright. So, look. Like, you're able to do that the right way. So, right there, if you didn't use that, I'm lunging forward. First hit stun, because I'm faster. Alright, Choji, bye-bye. I don't know what he's doing. But, like, I can lunge forward. Keeps spamming it. Like, right there. I'm lunging forward, and like, as you can see, like, it stuns them. Actually, let me just end it right there. And look. Lunge forward. And he was already KO'd, Lord Jesus. But like that first hit stun is very useful. Now let's get into the combo section. So we'll do this. Okay, Choji. Come on, I know you want to do it. Over there. Like, you can go first hit stun into this and then combo right afterwards, followed by a Rasengan. Like, that's what I mean when I'm like, okay, well, you can do, like, combos. So, like, the combos vary depending on how you use them. Every weapon has different combos that you can chain into. Like, you could learn those combos, or you can even, if you want to, you can just, let me put this in a simple way. Like, as you're fighting, you could do the full square combo, but if you have certain stats like Dodge Determination, if you attack and then immediately press R2 and do it fast, as you can see, like, my character's going a little bit, I'm repeating that first hit. I don't know why I thought I was gonna fall for that. The same thing can be said about the triangle. Like, if you do it fast enough, you can actually repeat the hits over and over. And most of the time, you can actually, like, so you can repeat the hits. Okay, Choji. one with that. But like you can repeat the hits over, and every combo has a reset in it. So if you hit him like this, after that kick right there, it will stun them. You can use a jutsu after that. Like right here, like 1, 2, 3, after the kick, and then Rasengan. Like combos are going to be very useful because you can use them to further extend the damage, and every class has different combos. So you'll have to learn how to actually utilize the combos. The second will be movement. Like if you're using movement, you can actually get that first hit stun if necessary. Like most of these you can only use when you're locked on to them. Alright, I'm gonna hit you with this because I'm not about to get hit with that. But movement is also very useful. Most of the movement you can actually do by yourself. Like look, let me show you. Like dashing forward and yeah, I had a feeling about to hit with ultimate, but like you can dash forward. Like it only works when you lock onto them, and you'll be able to actually. Like it really only works on the ground though, but like if you move forward, like it's L2 dash forward and then and the repeated squares. I don't know why it's not working. So they probably nerfed it a bit. Yeah, I think they nerfed it a bit, but like. Okay, told you, you've been on me for a while. But, like, movement is actually key. I don't know why it wasn't working for me right there. But being able to repeatedly dash forward is one thing that, again, I don't know if they nerfed it or not. But, like, your movement will be key, but no matter what class you are playing. So, once again, that's just my little tips on how to actually play each class, how to like really do like combos and a brief explanation on the combo reset. If y'all want me to do a full tutorial on how to actually combo with certain weapons, be sure to comment down below. It'll be much appreciated. Again, I don't know if they nerfed the amount of movement in the game because before you was able to do repeated dashes and give chase. So they probably nerfed it. If they did, I don't know why. But I do hope that this at least help y'all understand how to like get started in the game and how to actually utilize it. And as I said before, if you're new to the game, stick to the VR missions until you learn it. Play the VR, play beginner match and quick match so you can get accustomed to it. Because it helps no one when y'all are when the new players are just constantly losing and then immediately leaving after taking 1 loss or 3 losses, and they're the only one that died on the team. If there's anything else that y'all would like to know, again, comment down below. And if y'all made it to the end of the video, please comment 2025 guide video. With that being said, I do have one further announcement to make. We have reached 600 subs as of making this video. So we will be doing the subscriber build videos, I already made a post on it on my page. Y'all can comment y'all video, y'all can comment y'all builds down there. I'll randomly select one build and make a video about it, and I'll do 3 build videos a week on different classes and videos. So be sure to comment if y'all want me to use a certain build. And with that being said, I hope that everyone who did learn from, well, I hope everybody learned a little more from this. And I will see y'all all in the next one. Peace.